My name is Marilyn, Stamping Creations with Marilyn, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, and I'm coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves to share different ideas with you. And tonight's card is one that Betty, who is on here, Betty is from Calgary, and she had sent me a picture of this card and said, "Do you think you could figure this out?" So I'm happy to tell you I did. So I will share that with you in a few minutes. I have a couple other things to share that's happening with Stampin' Up. I have, first of all, let me show this. Last week's card, this one, get it in the light, right? Tracy, you won that. That'll be coming to you in the mail. So thank you for commenting. And that's what you all have to do to get your name in the draw. Is comment. It doesn't matter if you say usually Thursday morning. And I don't know why that happened again. Sometimes I just don't know quite what's happened with technology. But here's my desktop. So I'm going to try and watch comments as we go. And as always, if I don't get to answer your comment or your question, I will certainly come back to it or reach out to you with an answer. So I see Pam and Maggie and Gail. Good to see all of you. Good to see all of you. Thank you for joining me. I love having you here. And please meet new friends. It's a great community we have. And I look forward to it every week, and I hope you do. So while you're on my YouTube channel, I really would appreciate you subscribing to it. I'm trying very hard to get my numbers up there so that I can go direct on YouTube. It's still going to be a while, but with your help, I will get there. So first and foremost, you can see this Black Friday special coming, up to 40% off on select products. It's only from November 25 to December 1. And I've written this because I didn't type it on. 40% off select. That is blends, paper trimmer and blades, and marker bundles. And 25% off select adhesive. 15% off selective cardstock. A great time to stock up on those things that we all need for all our cards, right? So any questions on that, pop them in the comments or send me a message. The other thing that's coming, Cyber Monday from December 1st to 9th, a special on paper pumpkin subscriptions. So the one comment I'll make on this, I do not subscribe, so I can't give you a lot of detail other than I know the kits are getting better and better as we go. And if you do take advantage of this special, you do have to take the first issue. Otherwise, you can suspend them as they come along if you don't want the whatever's going to be there. So I see a comment. Thank you, Betty. Haven't had a tree in 10 years. Go to my son's for a beautiful tree. Packed with ornaments. It takes them hours to put it up. Yes. I would imagine if it's packed with ornaments, it would be. So nice that you can go there. Oh, here's a kindred spirit with you. No tree for Kathleen either, but she does have a creche that she puts up. So great. Great. Thank you for commenting. And please continue to do so. Chit chat with each other. Back to Paper Pumpkin. It's a great deal. As you can see, regular price $4.41 for $2.31 for the total 12 months. So consider that if you are a Paper Pumpkin fan. This I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I'm sure you've heard along the way that we do have a product of the month coming. It will start on Tuesday, December 2nd. Then we can all see what it is. We, as demonstrators, and you can always be one, I'm always welcoming people to my team. So don't say that nobody wants you, because I want you. I will have you here if you want to. We have online exclusive for January. I don't remember how many pages, but beautiful things in there. And we also have the mini catalog. So if you do not have a demonstrator and live in Canada, you can let me know and I will get a catalog to you. I'd love to share with you. And this is a good place to start. I also have some annual catalogs left if you're missing one of those. So I don't see any other questions. I'm going to carry on and show you this card. This is the one I made for a sample that has some glimmer from the, we've been calling it the blue set, the one with the doves and the paper. And the one tonight I'm going to do with red and some Christmas paper. So this greeting is from a new set that I have called Words of Beauty, which also comes with dies. And as you can see, the new sets now are the same size envelope for storage. I'm loving them. Absolutely loving them. So I thought that was just perfect to go across there. Could have used any one of these, well, any one of these longer ones. Maggie. Tree has gotten smaller and smaller, but holds special decorations. Yes, I still have a ceramic tree that I made. Did any of you do that way back when ceramics was really popular? And I don't set it up. I do have what's called a pencil tree that I set up, but anyway, it's all fun and games, and we will get to it in December. So, usual cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that is my base. And I'll just show you, well, if it would stay together, I'd show you how I decided sizes. I took my regular first layer and cut some pieces and stuck them on and thought, okay, yeah, we want to fold the corner, we want to do this. And that's how I came up with the sizes. This is computer paper. You can use your grid paper, any kind of just paper. If you want to use designer paper, you could do that too. But I did not. I used this. So my next layer then, I'm using gold this time, and it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 because I really like the narrow borders. Then I'm going to put on my DSP, and I'll show you what I did for folding that. And it doesn't matter with this paper which way it is. On this one, I wanted the doves all upright. So that one, so it depends on what you use. And I hope you will try one of these. So then I have, for the center, I have a layer of white that is, just a minute, 1.5 square. I have a layer of red that is 1 1/4, and then the gold, which would be 1 1/8. And that's going to go in my center. And then my words, which I have already stamped, are going to go across there. And that's pretty well it. But a couple things. To fold these, you can see on this one, I started out with, I took measurements. Okay, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. So I folded at 3/4 inch this way and this way. To do this one, I'm just going to take one of these and use it as a pattern and keep that and fold this over. And that's all there is to it. Then I'm going to lay them where I want them. And a reminder, if you're, Keep this straight. So this one's got to be this corner that's folded. And I have some great cards to show you at the end. As always, we had our monthly card class today, and the ladies did great. We made a star card that you may have seen from Tina's Ink. It was really not too difficult once we got it figured out. So I want this corner folded, so I'm going to turn it over and do this side. Then I'm going to burnish these, and when I put them on foil or glimmer paper, I did use what we call dry adhesive because it seems to stick better. So those are my pieces. And I just kind of eyeballed it to have space and hope that that space in the middle was going to be right. I'm going to glue these together now with my protection underneath it here, because you never know where I might end up having glue. So again, as we found today, liquid glue is great because you can move your piece around and make sure it's in the right place. And because I'm having my glimmer paper on top, I can use liquid glue on the back side of it. And so hop on. Like I say, everybody's welcome to chat. Your name will go in the draw for the card next week. And even if you don't want to really say much, you're just shy, just hop on and say hi. And we here in Alberta have been blessed with good weather. Not much snow, quite cool, but we're lucky here in Spruce Grove. We recently had a new facility open. It's actually a hockey rink, but which is fine by me. But they have allowed us to go there and walk around the upper level of the hockey rink for free. We don't even have to pay a membership or anything to go and get some exercise inside where it's not windy. It's a little cool, but we were there today, and just our normal jackets we would wear outside. So it was very nice. So I hope to do more of that. How about you? Have you been walking lots? I know I was talking to a friend the other day who has been walking every day, her and her friend. They don't live close together, but they keep in touch. She has been walking for 6 years since COVID started. She said they have done this as a, now, I'm going to be able to, another reason to use this adhesive is that I could do that. I'm sure I could not have if I had used the liquid glue on this paper. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that on cardstock. Trust me, I've tried it. Yes, Linda, that is heavy metal place. They were cleaning the ice today. There wasn't any hockey. I understand in the afternoon my friends have been going, and there's sometimes hockey there, so it's a bit noisy. And there are signs saying watch for flying objects, probably like pucks. But today, I think there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people walking when we were there this morning. So not busy at all. So there's the basis for the card. I am going to do like always. do that. Then I'm going to put it on here, and I will use my liquid glue for that. So Betty, I hope you're realizing this was a good choice. I will have all the measurements and some pictures in my newsletter next week, in an attachment to my newsletter, because I do that for my newsletter subscribers. So if you know of somebody looking for information on how to do some cards like that, please pass along my information. And then this one, I am going to put flat here because I don't want it too much height. Can't do that. Use this one because it's going on that. Again, when I'm working with, especially with Christmas cards or any kind of mail this time of year, I like to keep it as flat as possible so that there's not extra charge for the mail. And that way it goes through the mail better. On here, I am going to use liquid glue. And we're in Spruce Grove, Maggie. That is over, I'm going to say, on the east side of town, towards Edmonton. There's a Tim Hortons, there's a McDonald's, no frills. If you're familiar with that side of town at all, it's over in there. And the Saints, the junior hockey team in Spruce Grove, which is now part of a BC league, plays out of there. So actually looked quite interesting to maybe try to go to a game there. So I'm going to put this on just straight across here, and that is our card. And I think we talked about this today in our class, that sometimes with the glimmer here or the shimmer like this, you don't need other embellishments, I don't think. So let me know what you think. And I'm going to bring in some other cards to show you. Last week, I did my Christmas card class, and you may recall that I showed you we had One Sheet Wonder. I did mine in pink with this paper. And for the class, that one's backwards. For the class that I was demoing the cards, I had black and white with this paper. And I'm just really tickled with how it turned out. I did some gold embossing. And today I was counting up my list of Christmas cards that I need. And I need all of these to go in my basket, and so I can send them out. But if any of you are interested in taking these classes with us, I used an embossing folder in the back of that one. Thanks to Betty for suggesting that. Just let me know, because there's room in the classes. I do not do the kits. I send out a supply list. And afterwards, if you do want a printed PDF, there is a $10 charge for that. But otherwise, it's not expensive, and we just have lots of fun together. So I hope some of you will consider joining us. I always love having more people. So the cards we did today, and this is just what I call a monthly card class. It's just different styles, different ideas. This one is using vellum, which we have back. I embossed with white, then turned it over and stamped on the back of it. And I will warn you that if you do that, the back takes a long time to dry. I have one somewhere that I need to put a cover piece on the inside because I have ink spots on it. Like Betty said, it looked like an ant had run across it or something. This is another one I did. And I've got this, opening this way as well. I used some of that paper that was carried forward. It's red, green, and I think Lost Lagoon. That same thing. I did it with gold embossing and then stamped the red on the back. and let it dry. This one we did with the pop-ups in the center. I had trouble figuring out what to put on it, but I think it's okay. It's a birthday card. But the star of the show was this star card that we made. And it didn't take long. I think we figured out about 20, 25 minutes once everything was cut. And then this piece. And Tina Zink had shared this, and it does fit in my envelope. If you fold it like that, I don't want to put it in there because I want to still keep it standing up. But Betty, no laughing aloud in class. No, the more laughing, the better. That's kind of like, this is called Glue Giggles, my Thursday night live. So I hope that you enjoy it enough to giggle once in a while at some of the things people share. So if you do go to watch Tina Zink with this, she made, I think it was 5 different sizes. And I'll just come back and chat to you for a minute. Thank you, Gail, for asking for thumbs up for me. Like I say, subscribers on YouTube really help me out. I'm aiming to try and get there totally, and it's a long ways down the road, but each one of you helps. So thank you for doing that. Tina Zink had 5 different sizes for that. So if you're looking for something bigger, just go there and check it out. And as always, like Betty did, is let me know if there's something you'd like me to try. I see, Marie, you're on here. I did get your email about, can you do something with this? And I will try that. Don't know about that one. I don't think it's quite as easy as this one was. But anyway, I'd love to give it a try. I love having you guys here with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Our Friday Zoom tomorrow at 1 o'clock is on. Maggie's going to teach us a great card, and we're going to have some giggles again, some laughter and some fun together. Take care, everyone. Bye now.